Al-kindi, or whose full name is Abu Yusuf Yaqub bin Ishaq as Sabbah al-Kindi, is the first philosopher who was born from Islamic circles. He is known as a philosopher or scientist in the fields of astrology, geography, meteorology, psychology, chemistry, mathematics, optics, zoology, astronomy, pharmacology, language, and also philosophy. The most sublime and noble among human works is the work of philosophy. There is no provision in eternity in this world, except in the world of reason. The noblest limb is the brain. For a person seeking the truth, nothing is of greater value than the truth itself. We should not be ashamed to acknowledge the truth from whatever source it comes to us, even if it was passed on by previous generations and strangers. To disarm the fanatic, teach him truth by learning and gentleness by example. It is our duty to pay attention to the eternal rational goodness and piety to God. You will not be safe from what you hate until you are able to refrain from what you like and desire. Calm your passions and follow your will. Why must you be sad? On what basis are you sad? We ought not to be embarrassed of appreciating the truth and of attaining it wherever it comes from. Even if it comes from races distant and nations different from us. Nothing should be dearer to the seeker of truth than the truth itself. And there is no deterioration of the truth, nor belittling either of one who speaks it or conveys it. One must not be afraid of new ideas, no matter the source. And we must never fear the truth, even when it pains us. We do not find the truth we are seeking without finding a cause. The cause of the existence and continuance of everything is the true one. In that each thing which has being has truth. The true one exists necessarily, and therefore beings exist. The noblest part of philosophy and the highest in rank is the first philosophy, i.e., knowledge of the first truth, which is the cause of all truth. Therefore it is necessary that the most perfect and noble philosopher will be the man who fully understands this most noble knowledge. For the knowledge of the cause is more noble than the knowledge of the effect. Since we have complete knowledge of every knowable, only when we have attained full knowledge of its cause. One way to solve an encrypted message, if we know its language, is to find a different plain text of the same language long enough to fill one sheet or so. And then we count the occurrences of each letter. We call the most frequently occurring letter the first, the next most occurring letter the second, the following most occurring letter the third, and so on, until we account for all the different letters in the plain text sample. Then we look at the cipher we want to solve, and we also classify its symbols. We find the most occurring symbol and change it to the form of the first letter of the plain text sample. The next most common symbol is changed to the form of the second letter, and the following most common symbol is changed to the form of the third letter, and so on, until we account for all symbols of the cryptogram we want to solve. Don't be sad. Whatever you lose will come back in another form. Thanks for watching. Don't forget like, comment, share and subscribe.